Have you ever opened your eyes in the middle of the night and found your cat just sitting there? Staring at you? Not moving. Not blinking. Just watching you from the darkness. Most people laugh it off. They think it is creepy, random, or just one of those strange things cats do for no reason. But what if your cat is not staring at you for no reason at all? Because when your cat watches you sleep, they are not seeing the same thing you are. To them, you are vulnerable. You are unconscious. You are not reacting. You are not protecting yourself. And depending on how your cat feels about you, that moment can mean something very different. Sometimes they are checking if you are safe. Sometimes they are making sure you are still alive. Sometimes they are protecting you. Sometimes they are studying you. And sometimes, what they are trying to tell you is much darker than most owners realize. Let's start with the first reason your cat watches you while you sleep. 1. They are checking if you are still breathing. Have you ever wondered why your cat stares at you most when you are completely still? Why they seem more interested in you at 3 a.m. than in the middle of the day? It is because when you sleep, you almost stop existing in their world. You are not moving. You are not talking. You are not reacting. And to a cat, that is strange. In the wild, sleeping animals are vulnerable animals. And animals that stop moving for too long can mean danger, sickness, or even death. Your cat does not fully understand sleep the way humans do. They only know that 1 minute you are walking around, talking, feeding them, touching them. And the next minute you are lying completely still for hours. That is why some cats sit near your chest, your face, or your neck while you sleep. They are looking for signs that everything is normal. The rise and fall of your chest. The sound of your breathing. The warmth coming from your body. They are not just staring at you. They are running a survival check. And once they see that you are breathing normally, many cats finally relax and go back to sleep themselves. But if your cat keeps staring for longer than usual, there may be another reason. 2. They think they are protecting you. Most people think cats are selfish and only care about themselves. But cats still carry ancient protective instincts from the wild. In feral colonies, some cats stay lightly alert while others rest. Not because they are being nice, but because survival depends on somebody noticing danger first. And when your cat watches you sleep, part of their brain may genuinely believe they are standing guard. That is why some cats sit facing the bedroom door. Others sit near the window. Others stay near your head. They are choosing positions that give them the best possible view of the room while staying close enough to react if something changes. Your cat knows you are bigger than them. They know you could probably protect them if something happened. But in that moment, while you are asleep, they may honestly feel like it is their job to protect you instead. And the place they choose to sit can reveal exactly how responsible they feel for you. If they stay near the door, they may be watching for movement. If they stay near your head, they may feel like they are protecting the most vulnerable part of your body. If they sit on your chest, they may want to feel your breathing while staying close enough to react if something changes. To them, this is not random. This is a position they chose very carefully. 3. They are studying your routine. Cats are obsessed with patterns. They learn what time you go to bed, what time you wake up, how long you normally sleep, how many times you move during the night, and even the small sounds you make without realizing it. Over time, they create a mental map of your behavior. That is why some cats seem to know exactly when you are about to wake up before your alarm even goes off. They are not psychic. They have just studied you for months. Maybe your breathing changes. Maybe your body temperature shifts. Maybe you start moving more. Maybe your eyes begin to open slightly before you fully wake up. Your cat notices all of it. And the more bonded they are to you, the more closely they monitor these small changes. Because once your cat learns your pattern, they start using it to predict what happens next. They know when breakfast is coming. They know when you are about to get up. They know when you stayed up too late. They know when you are restless. They know when something feels off. And when your routine suddenly changes, that is when their behavior changes too. This is why some cats stare more intensely if you sleep in late, if you are sick in bed, or if you suddenly start waking up at different times. Your cat notices that the pattern broke. And when the pattern breaks, they pay attention. 4. They are blending their scent with yours. Most people do not realize this. But your cat is constantly trying to make you smell like them. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks, forehead, paws, and body. Every time they rub against you, sleep on your clothes, sit on your pillow, or press themselves against you in bed, they are leaving behind their scent. And when your cat watches you sleep before curling up next to you, part of what they are doing is deciding where they want to leave that scent. Because in the cat world, shared scent means family. Cats that trust each other smell similar. Cats that live together create what scientists call a communal scent. It is how they recognize who belongs and who does not. So when your cat climbs onto your bed, rubs their face against your blanket, then stares at you before finally settling down, they are not just getting comfortable. They are reinforcing the idea that you belong together. That is also why cats often sleep on your pillow, your side of the bed, or your clothes. Those are the places with the strongest concentration of your scent. And when they mix their smell with yours, it creates something that feels safe to them. It creates a shared identity. 5. They are choosing the safest place in the room. Have you ever noticed that your cat almost always watches you from the exact same place? Maybe it is the end of the bed. Maybe it is your nightstand. Maybe it is the doorway. Maybe it is the dresser across the room. That is because cats do not choose sleeping spots randomly. They choose them based on visibility, escape routes, height, and safety. In the wild, the safest animal is usually the one that can see danger first. So when your cat sits somewhere high up or somewhere with a clear view of the room while watching you sleep, they are putting themselves in the best possible position to monitor everything around them. They want to see the door. They want to see the windows. They want to see you. And they want a fast escape route if something unexpected happens. This is also why cats often prefer sleeping at the foot of the bed instead of directly next to you. It gives them a wider view of the room and a quicker way to leave if they need to. But if your cat sleeps pressed right against you, that can mean something even deeper. It usually means they feel so safe with you that they are willing to sacrifice some of that distance just to stay close. And for a cat, that is a huge sign of trust. 6. They know when something feels wrong. Have you ever had a night where your cat would not stop staring at you? Not for 5 seconds. For minutes. Almost like they knew something you did not. Cats are incredibly sensitive to changes in human behavior. They can notice when your breathing is strange, when your heartbeat is faster, when your scent changes because of stress, sickness, anxiety, medication, or even hormones. Some cats become more affectionate when their owner is sick. Others become clingier. Others refuse to leave the room. And some simply sit there and watch. Because something feels different. There are even stories of cats waking people up before asthma attacks, seizures, panic attacks, diabetic crashes, or medical emergencies. Not because cats understand medicine, but because they notice changes long before humans do. Your cat learns what normal you feels like. They learn your normal breathing, your normal smell, your normal movement, your normal routine. So when something changes, they notice it immediately. And if your cat suddenly starts staring at you much more than usual while you sleep, especially if that behavior is new, do not ignore it completely. Sometimes they are not being weird. Sometimes they are reacting to something your body is already trying to tell you. 7. They only do this with the person they trust most. Here is the part most people do not realize. If your cat watches you sleep, but not anyone else in the house, that is not random. Cats do not trust everyone equally. Even in homes with multiple people, most cats choose one person as their safe person. The one they follow more. The one they sleep near more. The one they go to when they are scared. And if your cat watches you while you sleep, there is a good chance you are that person. Because sleep is one of the most vulnerable states an animal can be in. A cat will not spend that time near someone they do not trust. They will not watch over someone they do not care about. They will not repeatedly choose the same person night after night unless there is a strong emotional bond there. And honestly, that may be the real reason your cat keeps staring at you in the dark. Not because they are strange. Not because they are creepy. Not because they are trying to scare you. But because in that moment, when the whole house is quiet and everyone else is asleep, you are the person they care about most. And they just want to make sure you are still there.